You know how we all have this fantasy of the perfect peaceful window in life? Like one day the clouds will just part, right?
Oh, absolutely. The
Those
calendar magically clears out. The laundry is somehow all folded.
exactly. And then we tell ourselves, well, then I'll finally be ready to make that big change. So today we're doing a deep dive into a really powerful blog post by Carrie.
It's titled, You Don't Need More Time, You Need a Decision.
Yeah, and our mission here is to really unpack this illusion of waiting for the right time. We want to explore how you can break free from that trap of overthinking.
Because we do that, don't we? If you're listening right now and feeling stuck in that waiting game, this conversation is really for you. We
Yeah.
tend to weaponize time against ourselves.
Well, for sure. We claim we're just waiting for life to slow down.
Right, or for a foolproof plan to just emerge out of nowhere.
Hmm.
But Carrie gently challenges this whole premise. She
Really?
points out that we aren't actually waiting on the clock at all.
No, we're waiting to feel certain. And, this made me realize something. Waiting for the right time is like standing on the edge of a diving board, just waiting for the water to completely stop rippling before you jump.
That is such a good analogy. It's physically impossible.
Right. Saying, I need more time is usually just fear wearing a really socially acceptable outfit. It's just the fear of getting it wrong, I mean. Or maybe the fear of being seen if we actually try.
Yeah, we stay in this endless research mode because actually deciding feels so final. It feels incredibly vulnerable.
It really does. We trick ourselves into thinking that if we just read one more article, confidence will magically arrive to save us.
But confidence doesn't arrive before you act. It builds because you do.
Wait, hang on though. How are you supposed to just act if the fear of getting it wrong is what's paralyzing you in the first place? That feels like a catch-22.
Well, that is the exact trap. The brain perceives a big, ambiguous decision as a threat.
Right, so it kind of freaks out.
Exactly. It floods your system with anxiety and urges you to seek more information to ensure safety. The only way out of that loop is to understand the actual stakes.
And those stakes change, don't they? Especially as we get older.
They really do. If we look at the broader picture, especially for women over 40, those psychological stakes naturally begin to shift. Time just starts to feel so much more valuable.
Yeah, the runaway ahead looks different. Our decisions suddenly carry a lot more weight.
Right, we realize we can't afford to stay in the research phase forever. Carrie said something in this that really made me pause. She asked, what if the next step wasn't clarity, but a decision?
Oh, wow. I love how Carrie reframed the idea of waiting because, honestly, I think a lot of women aren't stuck because they're confused. They're stuck because they haven't decided yet.
Yes, that is exactly it. We already know deep down what we want to do.
We just hesitate because we want a guarantee that doesn't exist.
But you already have the life experience, the intuition, the resilience. You aren't behind. You are simply being invited to choose.
And making that choice breaks the paralysis. But deciding doesn't have to mean blowing up your life, right?
Not at all. You can tell Carrie understands this stage of life so well. A decision doesn't require a complete overhaul or like becoming a totally different version of yourself to begin.
Yeah, sometimes the decision is just choosing to show up for yourself again. Carrie talks about how this can be as simple as a style refresh.
Right, even just choosing the right piece of jewelry.
Okay, I have to push back again. How does putting on a new necklace fix a deep-seated fear of commitment or a huge career hesitation?
Well, it's about the mechanics of momentum. When you make a low-stakes decision, like putting on a piece of jewelry that makes you feel vibrant, you physically signal to your brain that you can take action.
Oh, so it triggers a little dopamine release.
Exactly. That physical manifestation of an internal shift rewires your current mental state. You aren't buying it because you need more stuff.
Right, you're making a deliberate choice to feel like yourself again.
Which builds the micro-confidence needed for the macro decisions. It's one small step in the right direction that you can literally take in the next 24 hours.
That makes so much sense. If this conversation is hitting home, you'll really want to read Carrie's full blog.
Definitely. Just think of one thing you've been putting off, write it down, and take just one small step toward it today.
Yeah, just start.
And this raises an important question for all of us to sit with. How much of your current research phase is actually just a refusal to commit?
You can read the full blog and explore more of Carrie's favorites and Sparkle tools at thesparklelounge.com.